Hello there, and welcome to highlights of the quarter-finals of the 2024 Betfred Wheelchair Rugby League Challenge Cup. Last time out, the Edinburgh Giants did really well on their Challenge Trophy debut, finishing runners-up to the Hereford Harriers. This meant they progressed through to the quarter-finals for the very first time. This meant they will host the Wheelchair Super League side, the London Roosters, at the neutral venue of the York Sports Centre. I'm here with Tom Coyd. Fantastic victory for you. You're through to a home semi-final. Congratulations. Must be a really tough game out there today.
Oh, it was great. It's the first 80 minutes of the season for both teams, so some really sore lungs. But I think played in great spirit. You know, both teams made a sacrifice in getting the game on because it was a long way down for Edinburgh, so we met them in York, and I think the game was played in exactly that spirit.
And a good spirit as well, especially on the field with some fantastic tries by your boys.
Yeah, like lots of great tries, some really rusty play, and some staunch defence from Edinburgh, which made it hard work for us. So we're coming away with a lot of positives, but plenty to work on as well. And I would say, you know, the same for the Giants, which is all you can ask for from the first game of the season.
And good to see Lewis put out a very good performance today.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't single anyone out really. I think there was a lot of good players on both sides, but Lewis is a consistent 8 out of 10 every single game, and that's why he's the captain, because you can just rely on him. So.
And Joe needs to work on his kicking.
No comment. I mean, you know, first game of the season, you've got to knock the rust off, and maybe that will just give him a kick up the butt to do some more practice at training.
We ain't got much of a quick turnaround. It's 2 weeks for your next home game. You excited about being back at home?
Always excited to play at Meadow Park. You know, that's where the guys train week in, week out, so they know the pitch down to the inch. And we've never played Catalan Dragons in an 80-minute match before, and we've never played Hull at Meadow Park before. So either way, it's going to be a fantastic second half.
You're going to have a half here. What goes on next week?
Yeah, well, I'll be up there watching the game. Yeah, exactly right. So,
making notes as you go along, ready for the semi-final.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, well done on today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Martin Gill of the Edinburgh Giants. Difficult game today, but you put a lot of heart on the pitch today, and you came up with some fantastic players and some fantastic plays as well.
Yeah, listen, we spoke about it before, and we knew it were going to be tough, but we've earned the right to be here. You know, obviously the qualification was through the Challenge Trophy this year. Did we probably over-exceed our expectations in the Challenge Trophy? We probably did. So it was a tough slog today, but the one thing that I said to the team is I don't want you to quit, and that's the one thing that we did.
And that's one thing, yeah, I noticed that. They didn't quit.
We didn't quit, we didn't stop, and that I can work with that. You know, we are very early in our development still. You know, that's our 9th game. That's the first time we've actually played 80 minutes. So our other games have been shorter, and then obviously the Challenge Trophy with 20-minute round robin game. So this first 80-minute game against a Super League team, it was always going to be challenging.
But what a try from John Winner at the end, in the second half.
Yeah, I think we just spoke about it at the end, and we just said if our execution had been slightly better, we'd have probably got about 20 points on the board. But that's just where we're at. That's the lesson for us.
So you got some work to play on. You've got North Wales next week. You excited about that?
Yeah, definitely. We've obviously arranged some friendlies this year. We're not in the league yet. As I said, we've obviously played 9 games. We're hoping to enter the Championship from 2025. But we've got North Wales next week in a friendly, and excited and looking forward to them coming up.
That's good. So what thing would you take from this game today?
I just think the fight and the spirit, you know, the fact that we're not prepared to quit, and you know, genuinely the team have enjoyed playing against Super League opposition. They obviously know where they are on their journey and where they want to get to, and it's going to be a tough slog. But I think, you know, for the team, they're just happy with obviously getting out there and being able to take part in the Challenge Cup.
And a word on Conor Blackmore. What performance from him today?
Yeah, obviously captain, and you know he's been around the game probably the longest. I think the one thing that we have got is a bit of leadership from him, and you know, he's played the game since 2017, so he's helping some of the developing players come on. I think, you know, 5 of the squad today, that's their 9th game in Wheelchair Rugby League in total. You know, I think to have only played 9 games in your first 80-minute game, it was always going to be a challenge. So I am proud of them, and we'll go again next week.
Well done on today anyway.
Cheers, thanks John.
So it's congratulations to the London Roosters, who progress through to the semi-finals of the competition. But let's find out who else will be joining as we reveal the other scores from the Wheelchair Challenge Cup quarter-finals. First up, the defending champions, the Catalan Dragons, progressed through after defeating Hull FC by a score of 78 points to 6. In the All-Super League quarter-final tie between the Wigan Warriors and the Halifax Panthers, it's the reigning Super League champions, the Wigan Warriors, who came out on top by a score of 70 points to 32. And the final team to progress through was the Leeds Rhinos, who saw off the Challenge Trophy winners, the Hereford Harriers, by a score of 84 points to 12. And so we move on to the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup, which take place next weekend. 4 teams are now 1 game away from Sheffield, who will make it to the final. Join us next week to find out. We will see you then.